Hi investigators, Mike Evans from the Australian Security Academy with this week's riveting half-an-hour episode of Spy Curious, the program for Australian private, corporate and government investigators who really get off on taking statements from people and writing investigation reports. It's the most exciting program of its kind in Australia because, well, it's the only one. So this week we're going to start off... G'day Jamie, g'day Evan, great to see you people. This week we're going to start off by looking at some job vacancies, and I put them all on video, and basically the video decided not to work. So let's go through our job vacancies first. Here we go. Quantum Corp. Now my photos aren't working. Whoops. Try this one. Okay, seem to be having a great deal. Oh, here we go. Quantum Corp in New South Wales are looking for investigators. Sorry, this one's in Victoria. So general insurance investigator is required down in Victoria by Quantum Corp. You can go to our Australian Security Facebook page and see that job vacancy. So if you're in New South Wales, you've got a private investigator's licence. In Victoria, sorry, you've got a private investigator's licence. Quantum Corp want to speak to you about doing general insurance investigations, which are really great fun. G'day, Renee. Great to have you on board. Everything's going very slowly today. Everything was working perfectly. It's now decided to die on me. I don't know why. Maybe if I do this. Thanks, Evan. Really, watching me make a fool of myself is a highlight of the week. That's correct. RACQ in Brisbane. They're after an intelligence officer. This job just took 45 seconds to come up after I hit the button. I'm embarrassing myself here each week. So get in touch with the RACQ. They want to speak to you to do corporate investigations as an intelligence analyst on their behalf. So that's a great job opportunity. That one ever switches off and the other one comes on. I think it's going to take some time today. Everything is just going to be slow. As a principal investigator required down at the Victorian Building Authority. Now, the Victorian Building Authority, they want to speak to you if you've got a plumbing or qualifications as Sparky and you can do investigations. They've got work for you in government investigations down in Victoria. They're paying up to $141,000 for that role. Kerrigan's in Victoria, they're after factual and surveillance investigators, so jump on their website and have a look at them. Been around for a very long time, Morris J. Kerrigan and Associates. I used to work for them myself, so did Pat Flynn. This organisation in New South Wales, which is taking its time coming up. I think I'm going to have to defrag my computer or something, I don't know. Okay, Joshua at Inside Intelligence wants to speak to you. If you are a licensed investigator in New South Wales, he has work in workers' compensation work down there. So get in touch with Joshua at Inside Intelligence. Now, if you miss Joshua's contact details there and you want to see them again tomorrow morning, get on over to our Australian Security Academy YouTube channel. Just type in YouTube, Australian Security Academy, Investigator Australia, and it will come up. So Inside Intelligence and Quantum Corp in New South Wales are both chasing investigators. These guys at SureFact, Pat and Paul, they're after investigators in Victoria and New South Wales. So if you want to get hold of them, there's their contact details there. Contact admin at SureFact. Now, they're too busy to answer the phone, these two guys. They're flat out doing investigations, so they can't answer the phone, but get in touch with the admin. You've got the phone number there and you've got the email address. Send them your resume, send them a copy of your Victorian or New South Wales private investigation licence. And the guys at SureFact and the ladies at SureFact, they want to speak with you. Surefact is an established investigation agency. They have many clients, and that's all around the country. It's not just limited to New South Wales and Victoria. So get in touch with Paul and get in touch with Pat and have a talk to them about potential work as a licensed private investigator at Surefact. Good on you, Evan. That's great. Oops, don't like that. This one came up on LinkedIn this morning. All-round great guy, Darren Maynard, has posted on LinkedIn in job vacancies section there that they're continuing to look for talented investigators at Brookside. So that's in New South Wales and in Victoria and sometimes in Queensland. So get in touch with Darren down at Brookside. Brookside, again, they're an established investigation agency. They have a lot of work in general insurance, but they do other types of investigations as well. So certainly get in touch with Darren down at Brookside. He wants to speak to you if you're a licensed investigator and you can take statements and conduct interviews, because that's what they do on behalf of their clients. Now, it might be in general insurance, it might be in motor vehicle accident. General insurance will include home burglaries, break into steal, stolen motor vehicles. And you say, well, why don't the police do that? Well, the police will go and take a report, but the thing's insured, the vehicle that was stolen or the house that was broken into or burnt down or the fire that destroyed the vehicle or whatever. Brookside will go out and investigate that on behalf of the insurance company, and you can do that for them, and Brookside will only be too happy to pay you to do it. They're a very professional outfit at Brookside, so don't forget, get in touch with them. They're very professional at Surefact. Get in touch with them. Over at Inside Intelligence, great team at Inside Intelligence, you're on the time of your life there, and then they've got job vacancies. Oh boy, are we going slow today? It's a bit hit or miss on what's going to come up, so I'll just have to keep going. And oh boy, it's going to be one of those days where it's just going to be constantly this, and even that's not coming up. Well, it's going to be a very short show too. Really interesting one that's come up in breaking news this week. No, can't even get that up. Wow, am I in trouble here today? Really don't know what's going on. Try and bring this one up. It must be school holidays somewhere. Wow, the internet is just there. Oh, here we go. Senior Compliance Officer, Labour Hire Authority down in Victoria, Bendigo. So that job will be on the Australian Security Academy Facebook jobs page. So really worth a jump over to that and have a look. So today I'm going to show you how to quickly find the Australian Security Academy. If you just go to Facebook and you type in private, corporate, Australian private, investigation, corporate, government investigation jobs, the Australian Security Academy Facebook page will come up. New job vacancies in investigations in Australia. So if you're one of the 124,000 people that have viewed a video on the Australian Security Academy's YouTube page, is suffering from something pretty bad. It's really easy. What I've done wrong. All you have to do to find the jobs vacancy page on Facebook is go. You hit it on the head, Jamie. I'm suffering from old age, and the computer's suffering from some kind of infection. You can see the little hand. Click that face. I just can't seem to get it going. Get rid of that. Doesn't seem to want to do two things at once this week. I wish I was important enough to be hacked. That'd make my day. Yeah, in my dreams. Yeah. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate that. I'll see you later on. Oh dear. So today I'm going to show you how to quickly find the Australian Security Academy
private, corporate and government investigation vacancies.
I did have 4 videos to play this week, but it does not look like they are going to work,
job vacancies
and I
and
cannot work
investigations
out
in Australia.
what's happening here.
So if you're one of the 124,000
thanks,
people
Craig. Thanks for your support, mate. It's really great
Australian
to see
Security
someone's being
Academy's
supportive
YouTube
this
page,
afternoon.
which you are looking at now, it's really easy. All you have to do to find the job vacancy page on Facebook
try and go around.
is go
Interesting one that came up this week in our private investigation breaking news.
Here,
the Victorian
see the little hand,
Police
that
Licensing
Facebook
Regulation
logo there,
Division have topped everything I've ever seen them
and it
do
will take you to the
in
Australian
the 21
Private
years
Investigator
that I've
Corporate
been
and
mutually
Government Investigation
recognised
jobs
between my
page.
Tasmanian
And here
licence
you
and my
can
Queensland
see
licence.
the private
So when I wanted to
investigation
move from
job in New South
Tasmania to
Wales,
Queensland,
Court,
I got my
multiple
Tasmanian
private
licence
investigation
mutually
jobs there.
recognised
A
by
private investigator job with
Queensland,
inside
and it was an
intelligence in
easy
New South
process. All I had to
Wales,
do was fill in their form and pay the fee.
Investigations. You'll be able to
Thanks,
see
Craig.
government investigation vacancies
Appreciate it,
like this
mate.
one
I
at
really
the
do.
Department of Defence. Private investigation job vacancies
So-
with Kerrigan's down in Melbourne.
So a student came
those
to me this
vacancies
week and
are
said he
updated
was
each
in New
week,
South Wales
and you can
and a
see all
licensed
about them. There's
investigator,
sometimes links to
and
where
he
to apply.
applied through the
Here's
Victorian
one
Police
with the Building
Licensing
Authority
Regulation
in
Division for
Victoria.
mutual
They're
recognition.
looking for investigators, and they're prepared to pay you
In the process of that application,
$141,000 a
he
year
had to put
if you're
in a
builder
box
that can
on
investigate.
page 6 or
So you
7
might be a
somewhere
plumber,
at
you might
point
be a
9 who his
sparky,
employer
you might be
was.
a
So he's
builder,
applying for
and they want
mutual
you to go and
recognition
investigate
in
on
another
their
state,
behalf.
which means he wants to go
All
there
these
and
jobs
do work.
are updated every week.
He
And you can
honestly
see 3
answered
years
the
worth
question.
of job vacancies, so you can do your research and tailor your job applications to precisely what they want with the criteria using the words they use in their advertisements. So take full advantage of that jobs page. It's easy from the Australian Security Academy YouTube
Yeah, all right.
page.
Okay, I know where all you
Top
guys
right-hand
live.
corner where
Okay,
you
I
can see
just
the
want. I want to.
logo. Click on that, and it'll take
So
us straight
anyway,
there.
he honestly answered the question, and he put his name
How
of his
easy is
employer.
that?
The LRD rejected his mutual recognition application on the basis that his employer was not a Victorian registered security business. I have never seen that done before. I've never heard that done before. It's a 2017 form, this one. So I've never seen that enforced in any state or territory before. So that was a really weird one that's come up this week. And you might think to yourself, well, okay, what does that mean? That if I go to Victoria, unless the organisation I work for is a registered security business, they're going to reject my application. So you might want to think about that and consider that before you pay your mutual recognition fee. Now, you're not going to have that issue with Surefact because they are. You're not going to have that issue with Brookside because they are. You're not going to have that issue in New South Wales with Inside Intelligence because they are in New South Wales. You're not going to have that issue with Kerrigan's because they are. But the firm that guy worked for was the world's largest handler of insurance claims. That's pretty freaky. It's not going to plan. So the world's largest handler of claims, an employee from there, was knocked back by the Victorian Police LRD. That's great to see. Just because you're big doesn't mean you should get a free run with the LRD, but I've never seen that actually applied before. Thanks, Renee. That's very kind of you. I spent hours last night making these videos I can't play. I'm going to try and play one just for that. It's not going to happen. Wow. Oh, dear, oh, dear. So, Victoria Police LRD, that's all I can tell you. VBA, I've done that. Over to this. Wow. I'm never going to do this again unless I've got Casey here right beside me. Wow.
So today I'm going to show you how to quickly find the Australian Security Academy Private, Corporate and Government Investigation Vacancies Facebook page. That Facebook page is the reference source for weekly new job vacancies in investigations in Australia. So if you're one of the 124,000 people that have viewed a video on the Australian Security Academy's YouTube page, which you are looking at now, it's really easy. All you have to do to find the jobs vacancy page on Facebook is go up in the right hand corner up here. We can see the little hand. Click that Facebook logo there and it will take you to the Australian Private Investigator Corporate and Government Investigation Jobs page. And here you can see a private investigation job in New South Wales for Quantum Corp, in fact multiple private investigation jobs there. A private investigator job with Inside Intelligence in New South Wales doing workers' compensation investigations. You'll be able to see government investigation vacancies like this one at the Department of Defence. Private investigation job vacancies with Kerrigan's down in Melbourne. And all those vacancies are updated each week and you can see all about them. There's even sometimes links to where to apply. Here's one with the Building Authority in Victoria. They're looking for investigators and they're prepared to pay you $141,000 a year if you're a builder that can investigate. So you might be a plumber, you might be a sparky, you might be a builder, and they want you to go and investigate on their behalf. All these jobs are updated every week and you can see 3 years worth of job vacancies so you can do your research and tailor your job applications to precisely what they want with the criteria using the words they use in their advertisements. So take full advantage of that jobs page. It's easy. From the Australian Security Academy YouTube page, just go to the top right hand corner where you can see the Facebook logo, click on that and it'll take you straight there. How easy is that?
Doesn't get any easier. People, they're asking me what is it about these badges that you can put on your social networking. So if you haven't got if you're an Australian Security Academy graduate, you are automatically made a member of AIRLAP. So what is it about these badges? How does it work? Let's have a look at that.
Credly's digital credentialing platform helps transform knowledge, skills, and abilities into a common, verified language that empowers organizations to make more informed decisions. Examples include corporations making educated choices about their workforce, professional associations offering a valuable benefit to their members, and higher education institutions giving proof of learning into the hands of their students. Digital credentials create opportunities for individuals to get jobs and to advance in the workforce without bias by validating learning in a verified, secure way. Credly empowers organizations to properly recognize individuals for demonstrated competencies and skills. Our mission is to connect people to opportunity based on their talent and capabilities instead of self-reported achievements that only hinder the workforce. Every badge contains verifiable data that tells the world what you did or learned, who says you did or learned it, and why it matters. Every badge can be shared on social media, embedded into an email signature, resume, or website, or linked to for full visibility of one's professional story. Digital credentials are changing the way the world recognizes learning. It's time for the workforce to move beyond accepting paper certificates and diplomas and into verified, secure digital credentials.
So that's your digital credential for being a graduate of the Australian Security Academy. Automatic membership of an industry association, the Association of Investigation, Risk and Loss Adjusting Professionals. And our very first inaugural Executive Vice President, Renee, will be here next week when this program is actually working, not when I've stuffed it up. And she's going to be telling us what your membership means, what the level of memberships are, and what she's going to do for her 3-month reign as the Executive Vice President of the Association of Investigation, Risk and Loss Adjusting Professionals. Good on you, Renee. That's fantastic. So we actually seem to be working now. So let's have a look at that Victoria Police licensing regulation thing. Okay, so you go to the Victoria Police Private Security website and you click here on Private Security Form. Okay, so you go to the Victoria Police. Not going to happen. Okay. All right. Oh dear. I won't even be able to play my Koreans to finish the program. We're going to be sitting here till 3 o'clock in the morning. How great's that? Yeah, so Renee's going to be explaining all about AIRLAP next week when I've sorted out these issues. And that's something to look forward to because it really is meaningful that you are now a member automatically of the Association of Investigation, Risk and Loss Adjusting Professionals. That's every graduate student of the Australian Security Academy. So people, please get in touch with me and I'll show you how to get your badge that says you are actually a member of that industry association. It satisfies everything that Allianz, QBE and Suncorp require for you as an investigator to be a member of an industry association. And in satisfying that, it means that you can stay on their panel because you are not just a qualified investigator, but you are also a member of that industry association. Industry association memberships can cost up to around about $600 a year. So this one's free. Doesn't cost a cent as long as you are a graduate of the Australian Security Academy. Get that badge, stick it on your social networking, let Allianz, let Suncorp Metway, let QBE, and let the employers know that you're a member. So that's something to work on. Get in touch with me about that and we'll get that happening for you. Okay, so you go to the Victoria Police. Everything, I'm afraid, has gone on me. And you click here on Private Security Forms. Under Private... See if that will go. No. All right, that's been 21 minutes of disaster for this week. That was episode 70. Of Spy Curious, the Friday afternoon show for private investigators, government investigators and corporate investigators who like to watch me making a fool of myself. I'll be back next week to do it again and hopefully we'll get the whole program working by then. Thanks for watching. See you next week, people. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for your support, everybody. Really kind. To support me all the way through me embarrassing myself yet again. It's really great to see those flash up as you're going along, because otherwise you are standing here like an old fool just talking to yourself and messing up technology. And it's nice that people are helpful about it. See you next week, people. Mike Evans from the Australian Security Academy.